Welcome back to Buzzed In, everybody. I'm Relix.
I'm Juice.
Hey, guys. Well, our co-host is back, finally. Corey could not make it this week. He elected to go Topgolf, which he invited me to.
So jealous.
But I told him, soon. I want to go. We were talking maybe next week. But if that was the case, we'd have to record on Tuesday. He was saying maybe even go there for a couple hours and then
Come record
afterwards. So we'll have to see. Hey, as you probably saw on the Facebook page, Instagram page, Twitter page, we have a new setup. Looks a lot more professional, I guess you could say. How you feel about it?
Looks, I mean, we were both really pumped about it. I love it. I love it.
We did an unboxing. It all came in last night. And actually, these little kits you see, we have 4 of these. So when we have the other co-host on or when we have a guest on, we can just set up theirs, pop it in. I'm going to look for some cable management work, way to get all this somewhere else. But for now, I think it'll work fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited. This is episode 8.
I have no idea.
8. I think I did 7 last week by myself. 7 was the questionnaire. I did get some feedback from that. Rebecca's parents were laughing about the story I told where I ripped my pants in their house. And some other people said they got to learn a lot about me. So whether you wanted to or not, you learned.
I sent that water boy thing. I made that.
That's true. All knowledge is good knowledge. Actually, we'll put that up in the video, too, because I thought that was hilarious. Rebecca and I laugh forever on that. So, that being said, let me go ahead and give a full disclaimer. No idea how the audio from this episode is going to turn out, and I'll try to mess with it in post as much as I can. We have this mixing board now, so we can actually mess with our audio a lot more to get it to sound differently. So that's going to be over the next few episodes. We kind of fine-tune the way, because like right now, all our knobs are the exact same. Well, based on our voices and the way they pick up into these mics, they probably won't be the exact same. We'll want our voices to sound differently. We already took hours to set it all up. It's funny how hours can look like a 40-second time-lapse video.
I know.
And to do audio testing and stuff. So it's not going to be perfect. Just bear with us while we kind of work out all the fine-tuning aspects. So if it doesn't sound great, I apologize. Like I said, I'll do what I can with it in post to make it sound better. And just know as we go for the next few episodes with this new setup, things will get better. And next on the list of things to upgrade will be the background.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be the...
I don't know exactly what we're going to do. We definitely can't be put up against this wall. We'll have to go up against, one of the 2 other walls here and get a background. Maybe upgrade the lighting. I have a few ideas for lights, so we'll see. But right now, this was a pretty big investment, so we'll pump the brakes for now. I felt like audio was most important because I know a lot of people listen to podcasts and don't necessarily watch the entire time. They may just have their headphones plugged in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why we went with that first. So I'm excited to have you back. What was it like having a week off?
It was all right. I mean, didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
Just
what? Just slept?
Just slept.
Just slept. Interesting. So I was not lying to you all last week. It was supposed to be us 2 and Corey at 10:30 in the morning getting started. And so I had no other plan for the show. And then come like noon when neither of you had hit me back, I was like... I started Googling things I could do, and that's how I did the questionnaire, so that was very last minute thrown together, but I had fun with it. I did notice I had to make a lot more edits when it's just me because of the dead air and how many times I said Rebecca still commented about how many times I said I cut out like 40 in that video. You do a video by yourself, and it's just tough to keep the dialogue between yourself going the entire time.
That's funny.
So, today, we're going to talk about Terry Crews and Tootsie Rolls, National Treasure or Rational Pleasure. Just came up with that. 3.
Okay.
Eminem, Mac Miller, and Halsey. And the translation of Xi Jinping's name. So, those are the stories I had. What do you have today we're going to talk about?
A couple things in the sporting world. And then I've got some funny news articles.
Funny news.
Some like weird, funny news things that are happening around the world. So.
Nice. And we also have...
and some memes.
And
Corey did send me some.
Did he? You texted him? Mm-hmm. I never gave you his number.
Facebook, bro.
He answered that quick?
Yeah, he did.
That kid's never on Facebook.
Yeah.
So we have a couple things to look forward to. We also have a couple of segments we're going to do this week.
Yeah.
One, funny facts. and 2 is called Can You Hear Me Now? And we'll have to see when we get to it exactly what that is.
Yeah.
So, the first story, because the stories I picked are just kind of like, drop a little drop in the pond, let you sizzle on it. There's no really details to mention.
Okay.
I thought it was really cool that they're working on National Treasure 3.
Yeah.
I look at, and let me make a comparison. Nicolas Cage to acting. Stop it. Nicolas Cage is to acting as Nickelback is to music.
Oh, yeah.
They're both excellent at what they do.
No.
But they're just a meme. They somehow became a meme.
They're not
Nicolas
excellent.
Cage is a good actor.
He's not a good actor. And Nickelback is not a good band.
Nickelback's a great
They're
band.
terrible.
They have some of the biggest hits of the 2000s.
They're so terrible.
They're not. Chad Kroeger has a one-of-a-kind voice.
God.
You don't like his voice? What is it,
No.
too dramatic or something?
No, they're just bad.
No.
It's very like cliche rock and roll.
We all just want to be big rocks. No?
Nickelback's terrible.
You never listen to that in headphones?
Never.
At the gym? Running?
Never.
Never before a baseball game? Get
Never.
you pumped up?
Never.
What about Animals?
Nope.
You never thought about a girl and just jammed out to Animals by Nickelback?
Honestly, don't even know that song. Sing it.
I can't.
I might know it. I don't know though.
Something about being animals in the backseat
Okay,
of the car.
see, I
That's
don't
all
even
gotta
know.
tell you. Look,
I don't know.
next contestant.
Don't
There
know it.
goes the next contestant.
Never heard it.
Is that your hand on my girlfriend?
It's terrible.
You never heard it?
Never heard that. I just know like How You Remind Me, trash. I know the Rockstar song, trash. There's a couple of ones I know. Burn It to the Ground. There's a song called like Burn It to the Ground.
You love all of these songs. I can tell. Look, I'm sitting right across from him. The energy I'm getting is that he loves. The problem is, so I have a buddy, one of my best friends, Travis, and everyone always made fun of him.
He's a
because
big
one
Nickelback
time
fan.
He said he liked Nickelback, and that was it. He just got torn to bits for the next 4 years.
Nickelback is terrible. Nickelback is like one of those bands that's like people like him. Like there are people that secretly like him, and it's a guilty pleasure. If you're a guilty pleasure band, that's not a good thing. You know what I mean?
That's, well,
It's not a good thing.
I don't know. It's just people. Nickelback is to music as Nicolas Cage is to acting.
And Nicolas Cage is a terrible actor.
As
He
Donald
plays-
Trump is to presidency.
Well, yeah, he's a terrible president, so there you go.
What I'm saying is, people secretly love these people, but are afraid to say it because they.
Oh
just
yeah,
get
that's for sure.
tantalized.
Yeah.
Tantalized probably isn't even the right word.
Somebody I used to work with, her favorite actor is Nicolas Cage, and I was like always like, why?
Every movie that
Even though I
is
do
good.
love the National Treasure movies.
Yeah, you
They're
do.
fantastic.
You better respect them.
They're making a third one though. That's what it was. It's a third one, right?
Yeah, I have no details on it, literally. Whenever a trailer or anything comes out, we will react to it, maybe review the trailer.
Yeah.
Maybe when the movie comes out, we'll do an entire movie review and just watch the entire movie on a projector.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
We can't do that, man.
That'd
It's
be
a joke,
sick. I
man.
know, but
Nicolas
it's cool.
Cage will
If
strike
we
us
could.
down.
He'd strike us down.
Look, he really doesn't care. Let's be honest. He doesn't care if we like him or not.
He needs the promotion. All right.
No, he doesn't, though. Dude's filthy rich. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. So one time,
Is he filthy rich?
this is off National Treasure alone, bro.
Because he's still living off that money.
Bro. Wasn't the villain in National Treasure Ned Stark?
Ned Stark.
Is that not true, what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Isn't it not? Is it,
I don't know.
Remember the guy who he first tries to also steal the Constitution? Is that not Sean Bean or whatever?
Yeah.
That's Ned
He's
Stark,
Ned
bro.
Stark.
That's
Yeah,
Ned Stark.
that's true.
I'm just saying he out finessed
He out
Ned Stark.
He out Ned Stark.
Ned Stark.
Ned Stark.
That's what I'm saying. All right. He
I mean, I'm not saying
he
those
little
guys
he
really-
little fingered Ned Stark. That's all I'm saying.
terrible.
That's all I'm saying. Well, we got way off track. Well, there's a National Treasure story. I mean, look, drop in the comments below whether or not you like Nickelback or Nicolas Cage. And you don't have to tell us if you like Donald Trump. But
It's
let
gonna be a
us
lot of
know.
no's. It's gonna be a lot of no's.
A lot of yeses, dude. I think Rebecca loves National Treasure.
You're gonna
and
get a
she-
couple comments that it's gonna say, I kind of do like them. I like some of their songs, and then that's the guilty pleasure fan. I'm just saying, it's not a good look for Nickelback to have a lot of guilty pleasure fans.
If there's anyone who can show proof that they love Nickelback, Juice just agreed to buy you tickets to their next concert. In
Do they even
Ohio.
do shows?
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
I don't think so.
I
not
don't know.
anymore.
Nicolas Cage is still acting, so maybe.
But if they came back and did a tour, it'd be bigger than like the Motley Crue reunion.
I doubt that.
Just
They were
kidding.
never that big.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
About to have a Netflix special on Nickelback?
Yeah,
For sure.
I would do it. It would just be called "We All Just Want to Be Rock Stars." That'd be it. That'd be the name of the whole documentary, and it would blow up bigger than the Aaron Hernandez documentary.
That is ridiculous.
Which we can bring up, but I can't speak to it. I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it.
He
But
played for my team.
People, I mean, I know the story, of course, and I know who Aaron Hernandez is, of course, but
And his lady, apparently. That's the main thing
I
I
haven't
saw.
watched the documentary.
I didn't watch it either, but the main thing I saw trending on socials was that his lady, people were saying was like a ride till you die kind of chick. She like kept smiling and was like, "Don't recognize that gun" or something like that, even though like clearly she did. Just like pretty much she had his back through
I
everything.
mean, from what people have told me about the whole documentary, the people that have watched it, there's a good chance Aaron Hernandez was homosexual. Well, I mean, that's not a problem, but you know what I'm saying? It's not a problem of
But
him being homosexual.
it wasn't known.
It's his, he portrayed this image of being like, straightforward, like hard dude and all this other
Right.
stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I mean by what people were saying. It's not a problem. It's just it's new. No one knew it.
Yeah.
So that might be coming out during the
Yeah.
documentary. Well, I don't know. I almost just naturally said I'll watch it and get back to you, but I'm probably not going to do
Probably
that.
not gonna
I know
watch
it's
it.
popular though. It
Yeah.
definitely got a lot of buzz around it.
Yeah.
It's funny how many people
I'm watching too many things.
watch documentaries. Isn't that funny?
I think it's a matter of the topic, of course, but I mean, I watch documentaries, but it's got to be about something I'm interested in. Like I'm a sports fan, but I'm not interested in the Aaron Hernandez shit. I really don't care.
You know what I'm interested in? Eminem's new album. Murder Music to be Murdered
This
by.
guy has been
Alfred
obsessed about
Hitchcock,
this.
boy. So let me tell you guys, when I heard that the album dropped, I hit up my brother, who's one of the future co-hosts of the show, I reckon, maybe. And because he appreciates the same sorts of music I do sometimes. Eminem's my favorite artist, which it's also the world's favorite artist, actually, male artist, because 2000 to 2010, he got... Well, this is how I saw it. I saw 2011 or 2010 to 2019. Eminem is awarded male artist
Of the decade?
for album sales and stuff.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's what's up. And then as I'm reading it, I'm going, I wonder who was the decade before. And at the end of the article, it goes, oh, and by the way, he got it between 01 and 2010 as well.
Yeah.
So 2 decades in a row since 2000.
No, the guy's a beast, though. I used to like him, but I don't know. I'm just not into like rap and hip hop anymore, like as much these days. So I don't really follow that like that.
Right. So my original plan was to react to some songs on the album and post it here on the channel. Not that, and again, as I posted, not everybody would want to watch that, but that's why I wouldn't replace like the weekly show. It would have been in addition to on a different playlist. That was going to be my plan, but I wanted to do like an organic reaction to it, and I couldn't help but listen to it like 12 times while I was at work. So I decided that maybe that was not a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I had already listened to it, so it wouldn't be an actual reaction. But it was a great album. It's being received greatly. The only reason why, or the only negative things I'm really hearing about it is the fact that he dropped it on the same night of Mac Miller's album. Which,
Who gives a fuck?
well, I agree. A lot of people are, that are sensitive to the Mac Miller situation. If you don't know, Mac Miller's a hip-hop
God.
artist that passed away in 2019. Super revered. He didn't have like the biggest fan base in the world, but his fan base was like
Yeah.
in love with him.
Yeah.
And he passed away, and his family had taken, and apparently what it is, it's probably pretty cool to listen to, I guess, but obviously he did not produce this album. He passed away, but his family took like all his most recent like studio drafts, I'll say, that he hadn't released
Sort of
anything,
made like an Essentials album.
and kind of pieced them together and like made an album. But it was like, but it wasn't songs that anybody has heard. It was all new stuff.
Yeah.
So he but his family didn't announce it until like a week before they dropped it.
Yeah.
So it was like, and people were like, well, it was a surprise album, and Eminem could have changed it. if you're 7 days out from releasing an album and you're Eminem, you have so many teams in place.
Yeah.
You can't just
You
go
can't do
back
stuff.
on that.
And not only that, but like I said, who gives a shit? Like I like Mac. I did like Mac Miller. The little bit of like rap music and hip hop I listened to him. But you know, and it was like sad to see him die and everything. But like, it's who cares?
Right.
It's this. Both albums are still gonna sell what they're gonna sell.
Right.
You know, because it is Eminem. He's gonna sell what he's gonna sell. He's gonna sell millions of copies. Mac Miller's album, Dead or Alive, is still gonna sell. You know. A
Right.
ton of copies, you know what I mean?
Probably even more than his recent album before that.
Yeah. It's still going to sell. It's not like it's dampering it at all.
Right. No, I agree.
Think of it as a bright side. You got 2 sick-ass albums that are coming out around the same time.
And that's
probably.
that's why the argument is like kind of lackluster to me, because the argument is just built around the basis of should Eminem have held off to let Mac Miller get like the spotlight he deserved? And people are going to be sensitive to different things. We know that. So. And then also in the same night, which no one's talking about, Halsey dropped a new album. And I'm not saying no one's talking about her album. She's obviously growing in the industry a lot. People love her. One of Rebecca's favorite artists now.
Yeah, I like her.
But when I said no one is talking about her album, what I meant in respect to is the fact that like she also dropped an album on the Mac Miller. No one's saying anything because Eminem's albums took the spotlight, obviously.
Right.
But no, I do like Halsey's new album.
I like Halsey. I think she's got a crazy good voice.
And
I
like, you know what I don't like about Halsey?
Who? What?
Remember when we talked about Taylor Swift a couple episodes ago? Mm-hmm. To me, she's just hip hop's Taylor Swift, bro.
Oh, I get that.
All she talks about.
I do get that.
Now, what I will say about it is I like her music more.
Yeah.
I like the beats. I like her voice more. So it's more enjoyable to listen to.
More appealing, yeah.
But she is just a new aged hip hop Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I agree with that. And
her songs sound better. The beats to them sound better. It's a little more. But
she's got a good ass voice. I love her voice.
She literally has a song out called "Killing Boys."
Yeah. I've heard that one, but no, it's good. It's good stuff to. I mean, like I said, I think you should be appreciative of all this stuff dropping at this.
I agree.
It's like, whoa, you have if you're a fan of all three of those people, you should be appreciative of it. You know,
and
that's me.
DaBaby is dropping a new album in February.
I don't know who that is.
So
I have no idea who that
I'll
is.
have to show you his new album when he drops.
I don't listen to that kind of music, man.
That's all right.
That much.
Yeah, you will.
Speaking of Halsey, is something I thought was really cool, and being a fan of this band. So I'm a big fan of this band called the 1975.
I think Rebecca saw them in concert this year.
Yeah, I want to go see them badly, but she has a video of she's like a big fan of them and everything, and she has a video talking about how she was on this stage before she was Halsey, and before she was like famous and everything, and she's seen them sing live or whatever. And it was just like a cool little story about how she thought that he was singing to her and all this other stuff. And
Right.
and then she's like, now they're like one of my good friends and everything. I thought that was a cool little story.
Yeah. It's funny when you see these people that are young come up and like
And then they're
meet
friends
the
with their
people that
idols.
like their idols and stuff with. Yeah. Speaking of new releases, Jonas Brothers came out with a new song that's like a bop. I forget what it's called. What a Man's Got to Do. I think that's what it's called.
It's good, or is bop good, or no?
It's a bop. Like, what I mean is like the music is catchy. People are going to listen to it.
I have no idea what bop is.
But like Rebecca loves it.
Okay.
She showed her mom the music video.
Is it she loves it because it's just the Jonas Brothers? Because I feel like people
She
like
also
their
likes
music
that kind
because
of
it's
music.
just the Jonas Brothers.
Rebecca does also like that kind of music. It's just that upbeat pop.
Right.
And apparently the music video, it's like the first Jonas Brother has this scene from what's the Tom Cruise movie where like he dances on the white T-shirt and like white socks. I almost said.
I know you're talking about.
We just talked about it last night. I can't think of the name of it. And then the next Jonas Brother, like the second verse when the second Jonas Brother sings, it's him.
Risky Business.
Yep, it's him and his wife acting out, like not acting out, but like doing something that reminds you like Grease, like reenacting like a scene from Grease or something.
Oh, I love Grease.
And then the third one, I don't know what movie it's from, but it's like the third Jonas Brother has like a boom box outside of his girlfriend's window or something, or his wife's window or something.
That's from another movie as well.
Yeah, it's kind of funny the way that I'm sure it's from hundreds of movies. That's why I couldn't pinpoint which one.
There's like a classic '80s movie where
I'm sure it's super
it's
famous.
Like the boom box hanging up.
Yeah,
I can't think of the movie, but yeah.
So that's what the music video is. But anyways, that's all I had for music. What over the weekend, if you guys know anything about
anything that's going on in the world, honestly. You probably heard this, even if you're not a sports fan, but Conor McGregor made his triumphant return to the UFC. Yep, to mixed martial arts in the UFC. And me, as a huge Conor McGregor fan, was ecstatic about it. I was so pumped.
I was too.
Finding out about the fight months ago, I was excited about it. And then he was fighting Donald Cowboy Cerrone, and I'm a fan of Cowboy, because he's just like one of those dudes. He just likes to fight, you know. And he's
been around forever too.
He's been around forever. He's got he's respected in the UFC. He's got all these like records and stuff. And he just like he's never been a champion. He's always had a reputation of like getting to that point and then not being able to finish, not being able to like win that match to get him to the title, that kind of thing. So, but he's a respected fighter, and Conor McGregor wanted to fight him, and they've had some back and forth in the past, but it was overall like a mutual respect for each other.
Oh, you can tell. I watched the press conference.
And people, if you don't know who Conor McGregor is, he's notorious. That's his nickname. He's notorious for like, he's an excellent shit talker,
entertainer.
Yeah, he's an entertainer. That guy promotes himself.
He just
promotes
the hell out of a fight, and they even showed something.
This is the difference between his promotions, though. What makes him more unique is that a lot of the times when he's sitting there promoting himself, talking all this shit, most of the time he backs it up too.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's been a 2-time champion in 2 different weight classes, so it's like.
Yeah. No, all I was gonna say was I remember when that event started. Because I tuned into it at like 10, thinking that's when their fight started. I was because I had to wake up the next morning at 5 to go to work. So I tuned in at 10, hoping I could see their fight real quick. And it was like when the actual event started. Joe Rogan was there, and one of the stats they brought up was like the top 10 biggest UFC payouts for individual fights, and he's like in 6 out of the top 10 in history.
Yeah, that's the thing is like people want to fight him because of the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
like that. Like not only because. It's also, I think, a matter of people wanting to like make him shut up because he talks all this shit. But no, but on the opposite side of the spectrum is how he was for like the press conferences leading up to this fight. It was nothing but like him showing respect for Cowboy, because like you said, Cowboy's a respected.
Which
MMA
is new
fighter,
for Conor McGregor.
Which I've never seen Conor McGregor act like that before.
No, he was not like, I'm gonna shit on you.
He was just constantly giving him his respect.
Yeah, he was like, look, he even, one of the lines that stuck out to me that really showed that, he goes on to say, you know, people asked him what he was going to do to Cowboy in the octagon or whatever. Yeah. And he said, well, obviously I'm going to tell you I think I'm going to win. He goes, because why would I put anything else in my head? Right. He said, I think I'm going to beat this man in a fight.
That always cracks me up when they say that too.
He said, I'll tell you what else. He said, I'll tell you that blood will be spilled that day, but none of it will be bad blood.
Yeah.
And Cowboy
I thought
agreed.
That was cool.
Yeah. That was a line that stuck out.
And that always cracks me up when they ask UFC fighters that, how do you think this fight's going to go? And what do you expect the UFC fighter to win? Like, decision. He's going to beat my ass. Like, they're not going to say that. No, why? Why would they say that? Of course they're going to say, I'm going to kick his ass and we're going to knock him out, whatever. But, no, it was cool.
40 seconds.
40-second fight. Yep. And that's here's the thing. So Conor McGregor, he comes out, tries to land I think a straight right, straight left, and misses it. Like Cowboy ducks from it, and then they sort of scrap a little bit. They end up getting a little tied up. While they get tied up, Conor like starts throwing these like crazy shoulders into Cowboy's nose, and you can watch if you watch the fighter, you can probably look it up. The second shoulder, he's like literally lunging his shoulder into his nose, and just boom, busts Cowboy his nose wide open. They get split up again. Couple like missed shots happen, and then Conor like just kicks him upside the head, knocks him delirious. He doesn't knock him out completely, and then he just finishes it by punches on the ground. So it's a technical knockout. 40 seconds. That's how long the fight was, and that is a big deal to me because people don't realize that Cowboy is a guy who can take an ass whooping and still go the distance or, keep going. He's like that Nate Diaz type of guy, he can get his ass kicked but stay in the fight.
Right.
And for him to go down like that was crazy. What was really cool about after the fight as well, Conor went straight over to Cowboy, kissed him on the head, was hugging him. And then Cowboy's grandma or his mother was his grandma. Cowboy's grandma was in the octagon after the fight. She went up to Conor, hugged him, and he was hugging her back, and they were like embracing each other. I've never seen Conor McGregor act like that before.
I know.
It was so cool.
Yeah. It would be neat to see And honestly, it was like the flip of his normal marketing tactics, and it still sold the fight well because it was the complete inverse. I mean, it was. So
that's the thing. I was even saying to people I was watching it with, I said, you either hate or it's hate or love Conor McGregor. Either way, you're watching him fight.
Right.
That's the way it is.
I don't see why anybody could hate him other than disliking his trash talk.
People just
doesn't take it. You can't say he doesn't take it seriously enough. And I'll tell you one thing: the guy's a freak. You look at how dense he looks.
Oh yeah.
He looks like he's fitting 170 pounds into a 110-pound body.
Yeah.
He just looks so dense. He's a crazy athlete. Joe Rogan praises the hell out of him.
Oh yeah, he's good. What I always liked about Conor is because one of my favorite things about him is that he's a very smart fighter. Like he's not undefeated. He's lost matches, of course. He lost to Khabib and stuff, and but he finds ways to win fights off just like he's like in there. He's not just out there brawling. He's playing a chess match in the middle of the octagon.
Right.
That's how he fights, and what's really cool. I just think that's really cool about him, and I don't know. It was a cool little story. Him and Cowboy. I really liked Cowboy, but I'm a bigger Conor fan, so it was really cool. So now everyone's wondering who Conor's going to fight again. There's a lot of talk about that. Khabib, Masvidal, Jorge Masvidal, yeah. That's probably going to be what's happened, but we'll see.
I think they all want a piece. You can act like you don't, but you just want a piece of the money.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. People just want the money.
It's funny because he returns after everything he went through, and most of the time when people come off something like he did, they probably have to like beg for good fights. Yeah, it's the opposite. People are still going to be.
It was even funny because before pre-fight of their fight, they interviewed because Masvidal was at there was a ton of celebrities at this fight, by the way, but Masvidal was there on the side and they interviewed him. It was like, who would you want to fight next? He was like, do you want Conor McGregor or do you want to fight the champ, Kamaru Usman or whatever how you say his name, the champ in that division? And he was like, he even said wherever the money's at,
which is Conor,
which is going to be Conor.
Yeah.
So he doesn't give a shit about the title, which I thought was kind of like, if I'm a fighter, I mean, I don't know. Yes, there is money, but isn't the goal to get that belt?
But why? Why when they could literally have a champion? Like, let's say Conor and his opponent both aren't champions, and Conor's at the next UFC event, but there is a title fight. The title fight's going to fall under him. He's going to be the main event.
Yeah, he's going to be, for sure.
So I feel like before you had people who were so good at marketing themselves like Conor McGregor, you went for titles, but let's be honest, it was because the title match was the main event.
Yeah.
When you fought for a title, you got paid more.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, for a pride thing, but I don't know. I feel like I'd go for money too, because also in something like UFC or fighting, boxing, you just never know when it's your last fight.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
So soak it in. You can go fight a title match that only pays you like $200,000 and
get
messed up to the point where you're done fighting.
Yeah.
You can go fight Conor for $2 million and be retired, but now you got $2 million to play with instead of $200,000.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was something like this for the Cowboy fight. Cowboy, even though he lost, he walked away with $17 million. It was somewhere around that. I'm not sure on that actual number, but it was like $17 million he made.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For getting kicked upside the head.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna let Conor McGregor kick me in the head for $17 million.
I would let him kick me in the head as well.
For sure. So this other story I wanted to mention, it was in the sporting world, just stay on the topic. Really cool story, I thought. But she's actually been in a commercial too. But her name is Katie Sowers, I believe, or Sowers maybe. But she will be the first woman and openly gay coach in Super Bowl history. So she is one of the assistant coaches for the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, really?
And if you don't know, 49ers beat the crap out of my Packers last night.
Yeah, they did.
But anyways, so congratulations to them. I'm not butthurt about it anymore.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you
Baseball season's coming around, so I'm looking for that.
He's butthurt.
But so pretty much like she is going to be the first female to coach in a Super Bowl as well. She's also the first openly gay person to coach in the Super Bowl, that's really cool. Yeah.
Also, though, on the topic of women in sports, did you see who was like in the middle of their face-off in their press conference? Did you hear?
Oh yeah, the girl from Best Buy.
It was the girl from Best Buy. So if
cool.
you guys didn't see, I forget her name.
We'll post a picture of it,
but we'll post a little video maybe too of the fight if I can find a little video to snippet. Or the fight. It was a thief tried to steal something from Best Buy, and maybe if you were sleeping under a rock in the middle of the Sahara, you didn't catch the story. But a thief tried to steal something from Best Buy, and the lady who was, I don't know if she worked there. I think she just worked there. I don't think she was even security. I think she just worked there.
No, she was. Yeah, I don't know.
Either way.
She was an employee though. Either way.
Yeah, either way, she was employed by Best Buy, and she went to stop this thief and beat the crap out of him. Pretty much stopped him.
She,
from
like-
stealing, but he was like fighting back.
She like
so
body slammed him, like body checked him.
So we know how that
terrible.
goes. I guess if you care about your product and you show dedication to your company, not losing money, you get fired. That's the way it goes. And so before they were able to fire her, she actually quit.
Yeah.
Dana White saw the video go viral, and he retweets it and said, "Someone find me her. I want to give her a job."
Yep.
And
Now she's like his personal assistant.
And Dana White, if you don't know, is the
President and CEO of the UFC.
President and CEO of the UFC. And someone found her for him, and I didn't hear anything else about the story. Completely forgot. And then I go to watch that press conference, and she's standing in between McGregor and
Cowboy, yeah.
for their face-off.
Yeah. That was so cool.
And most of the time, whoever stands in the middle of it, most of the time is someone who like they know can like break it up if they need to.
Yeah. A lot of times Dana White will sit there, will stand there too, because Dana White's
like
a
her
big dude
debut
too.
for him,
Yeah,
I
it was
think.
really cool though. Like I thought that was a cool ass story that she ended up getting a job with Dana for the UFC.
Problem is now, I hope
really
that
cool.
doesn't encourage everyone to do things like that.
Dude,
You're not all going to go viral for doing stupid shit. So,
Yeah.
so the other little story I had was, I thought it was funny. The Facebook president for China, the Chinese Facebook president, Xi Jinping, I think I'm saying that right.
Okay.
Someone went to his Facebook profile or whatever and translated it, hit the translation, because on Facebook when people post a status or something, you can translate their status or their comments if it's in another language or something. Someone hit the translate button under his name, which I don't know why even under a name there would be a translate button, but there was. So they hit it, and it translated to Mr. Shithole. And so Facebook issued an apology for it. It's like,
Sorry
whatever.
about that.
But I just think it's super funny that somehow the Facebook translator translated their own president's name to. It almost makes you wonder if like an employee or something didn't go in and like script it that way for his name.
I know. I was
Like a
wondering that too.
disgruntled
That's
employee.
funny either way though.
So I thought that was funny. That's the last story I had.
It's funny either way. So on the weird news thing, it was kind of I found a couple funny ones I thought were hilarious. So this is from the 14th, so January 14th. I'm just going to read you this headline. Kansas man asked judge to follow or to allow him to have a sword fight with his ex-wife.
No, he didn't.
100. Okay, so So I'm going to read the article here. Kansas man asked an Iowa judge to let him engage in a sword fight with his ex-wife and her attorney so that he can rend their souls, quote unquote, from their bodies.
And her attorney.
Yeah. So
So how'd they rule?
Or
they having a sword?
I think they. Well, okay, so.
Waiting on a verdict?
So they threw it out the window. They told him no.
Imagine an
that.
alternate universe where the judge is like, you know what?
Sure.
Give me a day. Give me a day to
the
think on it.
Skyrim world.
He comes back and he's like, you know what?
I challenge you to a duel.
He's like, you know what? I think this should be allowed. And bangs his gavel, and the guy just unsheathes this broadsword. And look, because here's the thing. Whenever things are ruled in court like that, the way it works is like for future similar court cases, one of the most powerful weapons for an attorney is to find a similar court case and say, well, look at the way this judge ruled in this court case. So at that point, it's just anyone who wants to have a legal sword fight gets granted one. Because they'll be like, well, look at the way Judge Medieval ruled in this case.
Medieval.
And then all of a sudden you have all these, and being the defender who has to go there, and you're not defending, you think you're just defending your name in court. You're defending yourself with a scimitar. Imagine. I just like to think of I want to think, I wish the story was, and it went through, and that's where it ends.
He granted it,
Oh, that's
and
great.
He died. She beat him because she used to fence in college, something like that.
Yeah, she what's that sport called?
Fencing.
Fencing. Oh, I thought you said she used to fish in college. I thought you said fish, and it made no sense to me how that related. But I wasn't gonna call you out, and I'm glad I didn't.
Okay, so another weird news article I got here is Headline is Moonstruck. Japanese billionaire's girlfriend entrance top 20,000. So applications to become Japanese billionaire. I'm gonna mess this name up. Yasuku Mazawa. So applications to become Yasuku Mazawa's girlfriend have been topped to 20,000 applications entered. Streaming service Abema TV said on Thursday, ahead of its documentary on his search for a life partner to take on his moon voyage. So, I know that sounds weird. So he is so if you guys don't know, Elon Musk is the creator, inventor, and owner of, he's a billionaire, owns SpaceX.
Right.
Okay. And he makes like the Tesla cars and all that shit. So he's got a plan to take people to the moon, like people, but you have to pay for it, of course, and of course only rich people can do it. So this guy is the first one to ever sign up for it. So he's on the list to take this voyage to the moon, and he's looking for a life partner to go with him. So he's accepting applications. No, we will not post the link to that because I don't know where we would even find that link.
What? Well, they capped it out. They capped it at 20,000. What? So
but yeah, it just says it was topped at 20,000.
Did you get your application in?
I did.
Imagine. Can you imagine?
I love it. To go to the moon?
20,000 people.
To go to the moon?
You wouldn't. You can say you would, but you would not. Not the first one. The first one, the first ship?
The
Why
first
not
ship?
the second ship?
I'm good.
Who wants to be in the first? What 20,000 people said,
But
I
they've
wanna go
done
try it
tests.
first? They've done tests with what?
I'm
With
sure
just
they've
the
done
ship?
tests with people. Or not people, but like dummies, like you drive a car with test dummies first.
Yeah.
Then you go out and
They
drive
did
a
that
car.
with Teslas, too, and then they put them on the streets and they started killing people.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did. Teslas have killed people.
They
Literally created
haven't.
by the same
Is that a
exact
real
company.
thing?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
No, look it up.
I know the self-driving trucks did.
Nope, look it up. Tesla cars have killed at least a single human I know. I've heard the
So
story.
have other cars. So has my freaking
All I'm saying is
Subaru, mate.
why not be patient and be third? Plus, third's going to be cheaper than first. It's going to be cheaper. Why pay? Okay.
No, because if the first one's a success, they're going to bump it up.
He put out an application for a death partner, not a life partner. They're not coming back, man. I hate to be so gloomy about it. I hope no one you know signed up. They're not coming back, man.
You know how long? It doesn't take long to get to the moon.
The first ship is not coming back. There's no... What?
Why?
Because there's
Is
no...
it like a technical thing?
There's no...
Or are you thinking they're going to get like
There's no...
attacked on the moon or something?
There's no Midas, which is not a sponsor, but if you want to be, let me know. There's no Midas between here and the moon. Something
So if it
happens
breaks
to
down,
the rocket
you're looking
ship.
at like a... What's that movie with Sandra Bullock? Where she's like floating freely in space?
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it.
Gravity? Gravity. It's called Gravity.
Yeah, that's a thing, in case these people forgot. I don't trust it. How many people are they going to send? People are paying him a lot of money. You know what he's going to do? They're going to sign so much paperwork to where when he kills 120 people that all paid $20,000
So you're thinking Elon Musk is just a very smart serial killer?
Talk about a cash grab. He doesn't even have to. He doesn't even have to worry about these people.
He's like, just sign these papers.
These people don't even have to call.
3, 2, 1, boom.
This is
blow
the
up the
first.
ship.
This is the first $100,000 product that you can sell to people, and when they're not happy with it, they can't even call customer service.
Okay.
That's messed up, dude. You want to be first.
I
You would
mean,
compete
I want to
with
go. I didn't say I want to be
Yeah,
first.
at some point, I want at least 40 successful voyages in a row. In a row. They have to be
40?
in a row. What do you mean? If the
My
28th
dude.
didn't work, you're
My
going on the
dude,
30th?
My dude.
No way.
You can say that with any number. What if the 39th didn't work? But
Then
you're
I
going to go
would
on the
not-
40th. You've already signed
No.
up 2 years ago for the 40th.
It doesn't matter.
Use your tax money to buy that motherfucking ticket.
Contingent upon who gets that much in taxes? Contingent upon the fact that every other one has been successful. I signed up for the 40th.
Oh, God.
But if the 39th crashes, not only am I not going, they probably shouldn't send a 40th. And then what? And then it stops working. The aliens come and shut down the route. Now we just have a group of humans on moon forever.
Enslaved by aliens
Plus,
or
isn't
something?
the moon not livable? There's no water up there. What are they doing up there?
I'm sure they would bring supplies.
Oh.
It's a
case of
3-day
water.
trip to the
Everyone
moon.
grab a case of Aquafina.
It's a 3-day trip.
And fill up one of these craters so we all have a bath. So we can bathe. Bring a case of Aquafina.
Astronauts spend like whole years in space.
Shut the front door.
They do.
Well, maybe when they're like floating in limbo next to a satellite. They've never gone to the moon for a year.
Yeah, but if they can bring those supplies onto their ship or onto the satellite that they're on for a year, which of course there could be things that could be flying out to them to give them supplies, but you could do the same thing with the moon.
Imagine being a multi-hundred millionaire like Elon Musk and concerning yourself with these things. I would never. You know what?
He's trying to send the human race into the next chapter of.
I'm trying to send myself into the next chapter.
We're
bro.
stuck in this weird rut as humans.
And we'll be fine in this rut at least until I'm done with my life. That's a fact. We'll be fine, dude. So why would I pay money to go somewhere
You don't have to go.
I'm not going to go.
Just because it's happening doesn't mean you gotta go.
I won't. I just don't think you will.
Of course we will. Of course I won't. I got no money like that, but still.
But eventually it's going to be like an Uber. It's going to be
was
like $40.
If I was a millionaire or billionaire or something, I would definitely sign up for it.
No, you wouldn't.
I'd be that guy.
I would sign up like my cousin for it. I'd be like, you want to go to the moon,
Which
dude?
cousin? Say their name.
I won't.
Say their name.
I don't have a cousin in mind.
Spill your guts.
I do. I have a cousin in mind. Look, I would be like, hey, do you want to go to the moon? I'd ask you, dude, you want to go to the moon? Yeah, no problem. Dude, I got the 100,000. Go ahead. Just a little test dummy. You said they sent test dummies. That's what you'd be to me. And I'd send you up there, and I'd be like, dude, if you get up there and everything's kosher, shoot me a text. Oh, wait, you can't.
Shoot me a text from the moon.
Oh, wait, you can't. Throw me a paper airplane.
You could, I'm sure.
You got a lot of faith in this undeveloped moon. If you were also, if you're the first
the
up
moon
there,
is a satellite, dude.
if you're the first up there,
Imagine.
you're on the first ship. You just became a worker. You have a lot of work to do up there. That's why else I'm coming last. I want everything to be developed. I don't want to go up there in development. Look, I've been watching 270 be reconstructed for all 23 years of my life.
Dude,
I will not go to the moon for another
ridiculous.
season. All right.
So the last thing is funny. I mean, this is just more like cute to me, I guess.
Okay, that's cute. Good.
So Spotify launches a playlist for dogs that are left at home. Aw.
Yawn.
I thought that was cool.
I don't. Don't leave your dog at home. It makes you a terrible person. I'm just kidding. What music do they enjoy? The dog would be pissed.
I don't know. Dude, I don't know. But that's the article.
be pissed.
Spotify thinks it's a
If I was a
important
dog
thing.
and he left on music you thought I'd like, I would tear up everything.
If dog lovers, I know.
What
you're
music do you
watching.
play for your dogs?
Do you think that's a good idea to play music for dogs? I used to turn, like, if I left my house, not like while I was at work, but if I left house to go to the grocery store, I'd leave the TV on for Leo.
Leo watched TV.
Maybe he did. Maybe
I've seen him
curl
watch
up on
TV.
the couch with a good book or something.
Remember
Dude,
your second dog that you liked more than Leo?
Never.
Leo was a husky
The best dog ever.
that Justin had. And when you had it, which, by the way, what happened to Leo? I forget.
He ran away.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. So both? I didn't know
Oh,
that.
the other one? The
Wait.
second husky?
Yeah, the second husky ran away
the second
too.
husky, we gave him to somebody.
No.
Yeah.
No, not the one you had when we lived together. I remember when he
No,
got
that
out.
was Leo. He ran away. When we lived together.
No. It was the second one.
100%
It was
factual.
the second one.
So the second one is the one that me and
Because
Ashley
I remember,
had.
no, because I remember you looking at the one we had when we lived together, and you saying, "I love you, but never as much as I love Leo." I remember that. You did not have Leo when we lived together, not once. He was already gone.
No.
I swear to you.
He ran away from that house. We moved into that house together.
I remember you having the second husky and it being small when you first got it. I remember, dude. And Leo was not small when we lived together. But I lived at my mom's when you had Leo and he was small because you showed me a picture
You
of
lived
him.
with us when we had Leo, dude. I've only had 2 huskies. I've only had 2.
I know the second.
The second one was recently,
So-
like
so-
a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that.
Wait, really?
Was when I had the second one. When me and Ashley moved where Ashley lives now, we had it.
Oh, you're right. Leo had seizures then.
Yeah, Leo had
Dude, I
seizures.
always tell that story.
That was brutal.
I remember the first time I was at home alone with him, and he had one, and it like brought me to tears,
man.
dude. Having to hold him,
If you have a dog that's ever had a seizure, how heartbreaking is that? It's freaking
and
terrible.
obviously there's probably different levels to it, but I mean this poor guy would shut down in the corner and like freak out, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember just holding him for like I texted you guys. I was like, I've been holding Leo for 20 minutes, man.
Yeah.
He's still. You're right though. He did, man. And that's the thing about huskies. People always say the thing that kind of bites about huskies is they have that like free spirit.
Yeah,
So they want to like go,
yeah.
explore, and
Yeah.
a lot of the times that leads to, unless they're like completely trapped in by a
They're
very high
they're
fence.
known
they
as they're known as like the escape artist dog.
Right,
Is what
yeah.
they are. They just
and we
know
and,
how
the,
to
and
get
the
there.
unfortunate thing is never found.
Never found him. I seen him leave and then I chased after him through the woods that was behind the house back there. I couldn't find him after that. It was gone. It's like,
Yeah.
so I think someone took him. But anyways, well, like
Probably.
someone brought him in their house and just whatever.
Probably. Anyways, we're already almost at 48 minutes, so we're gonna roll through to the segments.
All right, yeah.
Let's do funny facts. That's a quick one. We're gonna pick 3 random funny facts and bring them to you. So we have a 75 fact list
Yes.
and a random number generator
All
that
right.
Justin have on his phone.
I
And
do.
we're going to random number generate a random funny fact. We're going to do that
Alright, so-
3 times or so and react to them.
Okay, so there's 75. Let's make sure that's 75.
When you do your random number generator, you show it to the camera what number it is, so they know we're not just picking ones.
Okay.
We have not seen any of these.
So I did not pick that one yet, but that's the default.
49.
It's 1 through 75. You see it there, maybe, possibly.
Yeah,
So all I'm going to do is going to hit this button randomized.
Yep.
We have number 47.
47.
So 47 is. Let me scroll down. I got to hit the next page. God damn. So 47 is okay. Post-death, Napoleon's penis was removed from body during autopsy, displayed on a museum, and sold for $2,700 in the 1970s.
Shut the front
That's
door.
fucking weird.
Someone,
Someone purchased Napoleon's penis.
mark my words, audience of Buzzed In, I will endlessly research throughout the next week
Napoleon's penis?
to find who currently owns Napoleon's penis. If it's still like
And like a thing.
someone like has
It
it
was in the
frozen
70s,
or-
so.
I'm sure a lot of people claim they have it, and it's just like a random person's penis, but they claim it's Napoleon's.
They just collecting random penises. Okay. Next number is 71.
Okay,
All right.
towards the end of the list.
Yep. Got to go to like the fucking page 9 or some shit.
Oh, they're on different pages.
No, it's good. I'm here now. All right. So, a Canadian farmer in 1984 tried renting an advertising space on his cows. Oh, he tried renting advertising space on his cows. So like he was pretty much trying to like, hey, you can display your ad on my cow.
On my cows. What was he gonna do? Like cage them on the
I
road?
don't know.
in
Do you
front of-
spray paint them or something?
Yeah, you would surely paint it, or it's like hang a sign around their neck.
It reminds me of like the Chick-fil-A commercials.
That's funny.
All right. We'll do 2 more. So the next number is 68. 68, that's right there.
Good thing that's close.
Okay. In ancient Rome, when a man testifies in court, he would swear on his testicles. I swear on my balls,
I
man.
swear on my balls, dude.
Okay.
You swear you done that? I swear on my balls,
Man,
man.
I'll give you my left ball.
Because if they were
On my
found-
left
and
one.
you know what would happen if they were lying? If the jury decided that they were not telling the truth,
Just lob it off.
bowelless.
All right, next number 6. Ooh, I got to go back a couple pages now, buddy. All right.
Bowelless.
Number
He was
6.
bowling, now he's bowelless.
This will be the last one here, so let's see.
Swear on your balls is the last one.
It better be a good one. Number 6 is. Oh. If a female ferret does not have sex, she will eventually die. She will die.
What?
If a female ferret doesn't have sex, she dies.
That's
If
crazy.
she goes a year without having sex, she will die.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
A year. I don't know. That's super funny.
You're gonna die.
That's super funny.
Yeah.
Female ferret, 1 year.
Oh, okay. So I've just read the first word, and this is
Okay.
not even a random. I'm just gonna say it just because it says Nicolas Cage. The very first thing is Nicolas Cage, and it has to be said.
Most popular actor.
Nicolas Cage bought a pet octopus once because he sincerely thought it might help with his acting.
Shut
This
the
Okay. Jesus.
And it probably did. That's why, and that was 2 weeks before National Treasure 3 was announced. All right, let's roll into our next segment. called Can You Hear Me Now?
Yeah,
so do you want to explain to the audience of Buzzed In what this game is like?
So basically, you might have seen other people do this before, but it's a fun thing. But one of us is gonna blast music in our ear with some headphones on, so we can cancel out any noise. It's gonna be as loud as we can possibly withstand without busting our eardrums. Bam! And then the other person has to just speak a sentence. You just speak any kind of sentence, and the person with the headphones has to try to read their lips and guess what they're saying.
For any kids that were born after the year 2000, which, by the way, kids that were born in the year 2000 are 20 years old now.
That's crazy.
Or will be. Isn't that nuts?
I'm 30.
These are headphones that have a cord. So you see, these are what...
This is what
These are
this
what
is
your
a
kids call,
cord.
These are what you kids call AirPods. But back in the day, you had this long cord. And that's what we're going to be using here today.
All right.
So, if you would like to give me your phone with the correct song loaded up,
Okay.
I will let you try to do your sentence first. You explained everything already?
For the most part, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I just gotta guess what you're gonna have the headphones, right?
Yep. First.
So he will have the headphones. He's gonna blast this music in his ears. I'm going to say a sentence, and we'll put that text down there at the bottom, and he has to try to guess what I'm saying based off just reading my lips. So.
And we legitimately I do not know what he's going to try to say. And he does not know what I'm going to try to say. We just made the sentences before we started recording and have not seen them.
Hold on.
Easy there, guy. They'll copy strike the whole video. CDN.
We gotta make sure you blast it when you put it on.
Yeah, mate. I'll take out my eardrums. I
don't know what my sentence is.
You don't?
Let me see. It's on here.
Hold on. My. How do you not remember?
Let me just remember it. Let me just remember it.
Let me just remember. Not you're reminding. You're not remembering by looking at your phone. Okay.
All right.
I'm sweating, dude. I know I'm not going to get it. This is going to be another 20 minutes easily.
I'm sweating. We'll have a timer. We'll time limit.
Oh.
Turn it up as loud as you can.
I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me?
Not at all.
You can't hear me at all. Okay.
I have it turned up pretty much all the way, but I cannot hear you.
Okay. Let me lick your butt cheek.
I don't even want to see what I saw. I saw, let me lick your picture. Is that close?
You're close.
Is it?
Let me lick your butt cheek.
Let me lick your bullshit.
No,
it doesn't make
so
sense,
close.
but that's what I'm seeing.
Butt cheek.
Bed sheets? Did you say that? Did you say let me lick your bed sheets?
Butt cheek. Butt cheek. Butt cheek.
I have no idea. If it's not bed sheets,
It's not. You're
it
so
looks
close.
a lot like bed sheets.
You're super close. Butt cheek. Butt.
Did you say
butt cheek.
butt cheeks?
There you go.
Let me lick your butt
You got it
cheeks.
because you got it.
All right. I got to know, was I being like super loud during that?
No, you weren't. No,
Okay.
you were good.
I probably wasn't even close enough to the mic to be super loud.
Let me rewind the song.
Yep. Hey, I had to have it up all the way.
Oh yeah, I turned it up all the way.
Well, turn it. I'll just say turn it down to get used to it. But all right, you're used to it. You're
Uh,
good. We're fired up. Can't hear anything? Can you hear what I'm saying right now?
Move the mic down.
Can you hear what I'm saying right now? Can you hear me at all? Okay. Can't hear me?
Oh no, I can't hear you.
Okay. Hairy alligators like ring pops.
Is that a paragraph?
Hairy alligators like ring pops.
Every alligator? Every alligator?
Close.
Alligator is in there?
Hairy alligators like ring pops.
I ate alligator.
There wasn't even that many words.
Okay.
Hairy alligators. Hairy alligators.
What you're saying?
Hairy.
Every?
Hairy. Hairy. Hairy.
don't know. I'm just seeing every
alligators
every time.
Hairy alligators like ring pops. Hairy alligators.
Angry,
Hairy.
heavy.
Close. Hairy alligators.
I can't get the first word.
Hairy alligators. Hairy
alligators.
Like
Okay.
hairy alligators like ring pops.
Like roast beef.
Like ring pops. Pops. Ring.
Hairy alligators like
Ring pops. Ring.
reed,
Ring.
weed.
Ring pops. Ring pops.
Dude, I can't get it. What was it?
Hairy alligators like ring pops. You would have never even gotten the hairy part.
I was not there. Really, my head hurt.
Okay. Can you hear me now? It's kind of fun.
Oh, fun. Except I can't hear anything now, so.
Yeah, that song was super loud. It was probably almost over in your case.
Yeah, it was. Okay. Well,
I think that was all we had story-wise. We forgot to say it at the beginning, so let's say it at the end. Do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe, and do not forget to comment below the video.
oh yeah.
Let us know what you thought about the segments this week, about the news this week.
Oh, we do have memes.
Do we?
Yeah.
Who sent you memes?
Corey
Oh, you
did.
said Corey did.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Have we seen them yet?
No,
You didn't look at them yet?
I haven't looked at them yet.
Let's take a peek.
All right, let's do it. When your friend comes over unannounced, so you have no time to clean. Please don't tell anyone I live like this.
You know why that's funny? That's super funny because that is Corey. His room, as we're speaking, is a flippin' mess, and it is every time I go over there. And so that's probably why that one stood out to him personally.
All right.
You gotta read it to me, man.
Okay. So it says, I'm Peter, by the way. Ray Skywalker. Oh, we're using our made-up names? Oh, no, he says that in the movie.
I haven't seen the movie.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's
The
hilarious.
next one is,
we'll still show it because some people will get
Dear
it.
Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling.
What is that? Is that
It's like a composer back then. Like Bach or some shit.
See, I was thinking it was like Thomas Jefferson drafting up. That's from the song
the
Stand.
Terry Crews thing. We talked about this.
Oh, he
too.
sent you that one?
Yeah.
Perfect. So I was gonna show. Well, you're gonna see this picture twice then. probably.
Someone said at Terry Crews looks like a chewed up Tootsie Roll. I can't unsee it now.
And actually, he didn't even just reply to it. Terry had retweeted it and said that he can't
Yeah.
see it either. And it got like 700,000 likes.
Yeah.
And it's true. Have you zoomed in and actually looked at that?
Dude, yeah, it's
Dude.
ridiculous.
Looks just like it. That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, shout out Corey for sending
Yeah,
us
that's it.
memes. Sorry we never saw, or I never saw that Star Wars movie to understand. That's what it was, right? Like Ray.
Well, yeah, it was her and then Peter Parker.
Yeah, right.
But, yeah.
I've never seen the Star Wars movie, so sorry about that. But the other memes were funny. So that's, I guess, memes of the week. Been a while since we done that. We got the segments out of the way, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. You
Like-
got to hit that subscribe button.
You have to.
You have got to hit that like button,
You have to.
and you have got to comment down below. It's no longer.
It's mandatory.
I'm not really asking. Just do it. Just do it. I'm glad you're back because the last video we did about half the views that we normally do, if that. I was by myself.
People
so I
love
told
me, dude.
Rebecca, apparently you're the favorite.
People love me.
With that being said, this will wrap up episode 8 of Buzzed In. Episode 9 coming next week. And until then,
Stay buzzed in.